Welcome everyone. Welcome to Dr. Saurav's classes. So today we are entering one of the most elegant territories of the higher algebra. Polynomials that never become negative. And this question comes from the prestigious entrance examination of the Indian Statistical Institute, the famous ISI B.Stat B.Math UGB paper. Now, students, let me tell you something very important. ISI does not ask, like, can you multiply the polynomials? ISI asks, do you understand the soul of the polynomials? And today's problem is exactly of that flavor. This question looks theoretical, I know that, but hidden inside it is one of the deepest truths of the algebra. A polynomial that is always non negative cannot cross the x axis casually. Either it stays above or it touches and bonus back like a disciplined child. So today we will decode this entire philosophy. So first, let's read the question. Let P be a polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 with real coefficients such that P of x greater than equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. Question number A is, suppose x0 belongs to R in such that P of x0 is 0. Then show that there exists a positive integer n and a polynomial s with real coefficients such that s of x0 not equals to 0 and P of x is equal to x minus x0 whole to the power 2n into sx for all x belongs to R. And question number B is, hence or otherwise show that there exist polynomials q and r with real coefficients such that r of x greater than 0 for all x belongs to R and p of x is equal to q of x whole square into q of x square into rx for all x belongs to R. Okay, this is a very nice question. Just give me a second. Let me make some space to write. Yeah. So, before doing any algebra, let's understand the graph. Suppose the graph touches the x-axis at x equal to 0. Okay. Sorry, x0. At x0. Okay. Now, imagine two possibilities. Case 1. Crossing the axis. Like positive on left, negative on right. That means the sign changes. Right? But our polynomial satisfies P of x is greater than equal to 0 always. So this is impossible. Now case 2, that is touch and return. Now the graph comes down, touches the x-axis and goes back upward like a cricket ball touching ground and bouncing. So that is exactly what happens for x square, x to the power 4, x to the power 6, etc. Okay, all even powers. Okay, now this is the hidden philosophy. Real roots of non-negative polynomials must have even multiplicity. Real roots of non-negative polynomials must have even multiplicity. This sentence alone is gold. Memorize it forever. Okay. Now come to part A. We are given P of x0, that is 0. Now by factor theorem, x minus x0 must divide P of x. So we can write P of x is x minus x0 whole to the power m into Sx, where m greater than equal to 1 and s of x0 is not equals to 0. Now why s of x0 not equals to 0? Because we have already extracted all possible factors of x minus x0. So this is the standard multiplicity theory. Okay. Now what can m be? Odd or even? This is the whole game. Now then near x0, x minus x0 whole to the power n changes the sign. Why? Because odd powers preserve sign. For example, like you can say x minus 2 whole cube is negative left of 2, positive right of 2. Now, s of x0 is not equals to 0. So, near x0, the polynomial sx gives a fixed sign. Hence, near x0, p of x is x minus x0 whole to the power m into sx. Also changes the sign, but this contradicts px greater than equal to 0 for all real x. So m can't be odd. Therefore m is 2n. Okay, for some positive integer n. Hence p of x is x minus x0 whole to the power 2n sx with sx not equals to 0. So done. Now students, notice how beautifully analysis and algebra merged here. We use the graph intuition, sign behavior, factorization and continuity. So this is real mathematical maturity. Now, whenever a polynomial touches the x-axis and returns, multiplicity is even. And whenever it cuts through, multiplicity is odd. Always remember that. Now, even multiplicity, y equal to x square, touches and returns. Okay. Now, odd multiplicity, y equal to x cube, cuts through the axis. Okay, so ISI loves this conceptual understanding. All right, now we are coming to part B. Okay, so let's come to part B. Just give me a second. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, part B. We now have to prove. Now we have proved what? P of x is equal to qx whole square into Rx, where Rx greater than 0 for all real x. Right? Now students, part A already told us something huge. Every real root appears with even multiplicity, meaning P of x is x minus a1 whole to the power 2n1 into x minus a2 whole to the power 2n2, and this goes up to x minus ak whole to the power 2nk into rx, right? Where rx has no real roots. Very important. Now, because we removed all real roots already, so whatever remains cannot vanish on R. right? Now, since P of x less greater than equal to 0, the remaining factor cannot become negative somewhere. Thus, r of x is greater than 0 for all real x, and this is extremely important. Okay, now define q of x is x minus a1 whole to the power n1 into x minus a2 whole to the power n2, and this goes up to x minus ak whole to the power nk. Then naturally q of x whole square is x minus a1 whole to the power 2n1 into x minus a2 whole to the power 2n2, and this goes up to x minus ak whole to the power 2nk, right? Therefore, p of x is basically q of x whole square into rx with rx greater than 0 for all real x. So done. Okay. Now, this theorem says something very profound. Every non-negative polynomial is a perfect square into a strictly positive polynomial. Okay. Now, this idea is deeply connected to the real algebraic geometry, sum of the squares theory, Hilbert's problems, and the positivity certificates. So, this simple ISI question is actually touching advanced mathematics, and that's why ISI question feels so rich. Now, I'm telling you a very important theory. We will talk about the factor theorem. If P of A is equal to 0, then x minus a divides p of x. Now, if I talk about the multiplicity, p of x is x minus a whole to the power m into sx, and s of a not equals to 0. Then a is the root of multiplicity m. Okay, now the sign behavior. Even power x minus a whole to the power 2n, this is greater than equal to 0. No sign change. And for the odd power, x minus a whole to the power 2n plus 1 changes sign across a. Okay. Now, in ISI algebra problems, whenever you see the non-negative polynomial positive for all real x, root structure, immediate think about the multiplicity, sign changes, even powers, and the factorizations. These are your main weapons. So, students, today we learned a very deep principle. A polynomial that never becomes negative cannot afford the unstable roots. Every real root must occur with even multiplicity, and that single idea unlocked the entire problem. And this is what the higher mathematics feels like: one observation and infinite consequences. And that is why the ISI problems are so beautiful. So I hope these all logics are clear to you. If you still have any kind of doubt regarding the question, regarding the logic, regarding the concept, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, I'll get back to you as soon as possible I can. So see you in the next session with a new question of the ISI B.Stat B.Math UGB. Till then, guys, bye bye.